Just kidding.
Fuck Mythical Morning with chat with Jake, Julian, Dan, and Mauricio.
Yeah, welcome to the chat, episode 25, Shenmue 2, more like Shenmue Poo. Am I right? Got him. Joining me as always is Julian and Dan, and also this week, haven't seen him in a while, it's your boy Mauricio.
Thanks for the intro. That was nice.
So,
Son.
yeah, we're missing a few people, but we have enough to get things started here. So we're gonna jump into our first topic. This is all Julian's topic because I couldn't care less. Jump Force adds Ichigo, Rukia, and Sasuke from Bleach.
Before you get into it, I also have something I'd like to add.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I also couldn't care less about this.
Jesus.
No, this is like, all right. So Jump Force was this new game that was announced at Microsoft's conference. It's like a arena all-star battle royale game with characters
PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale?
Yeah, it's like have you heard of Jump Stars on the DS?
Or any of the Jump games that have come out ever?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
It's kind of like that from what I've seen.
It's just like a fighter, like a party fighter with a bunch of Shonen Jump characters. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for the characters that we've seen, we've only seen characters from the Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Death Note universes. And now we have confirmation of Bleach characters. So the only notable thing about this is that Bleach has 3 characters. So I'm guessing the more popular Shonen Jump titles, they're going to get at least 3 characters. So yeah, I guess. So Naruto we've only seen 2, One Piece we've seen 2, Dragon Ball we've seen 2, and Death Note we've seen 1 with Light. Well, I don't know if Ryu counts.
Jonathan Joestar is in there.
He is? It's confirmed?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they picked Jonathan. I'm fine with Jonathan, but I'm surprised that they picked him over Jotaro because he's the face of JoJo pretty much.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's Jonathan, I guess Dio's in it. Who would be the?
Yeah, he has to be.
He has to be.
Yeah, sorry to derail you. Go back to
No,
Bleach.
it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Bleach, but I know these characters. Ichigo's the main character. Rukia is.
You know Bleach?
Where's Chima?
Chima's the Bleach guy.
Yeah.
Isn't Bleach for women? Or something?
Excuse me?
What? No.
Maybe I'm mixing it up with something.
Go
No,
on,
hold on!
What are you?
Hold on, wait. Am I mixing this up with something else?
What are you talking about?
What are you? Are you talking about Free?
Free! I'm thinking about Free! Carry on.
Oh my god. You should watch the free parody on YouTube, 50% off. It's awesome.
If I were to
That's a good title.
If I were to watch all of Bleach, would it take me multiple months
Yeah.
of watching straight? Isn't it thousands of episodes?
No, it's 400, I think.
That's not that bad.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's not like
a
one.
lot.
It's not like One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece has 900.
Oh, One Piece is the one I think I was thinking of.
Forget all that. Watch Last Man on VRV or Verve, whatever they call it.
For
Last Man, and then watch Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo because they're on there.
watch Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Megalobox, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, Megalobox. I'll put that on my list.
But yeah, I know these Bleach characters. Jake mispronounced Aizen's name. Sosuke, excuse you. Get the names right, Jake.
How is that?
What did-
How is that? Okay, silent U's, man. Those are not. Only a weeb would know that. Let's be
It's
real.
not
How did you
silent.
say it?
If they say it so quick, it doesn't sound right. Like in English, we pronounce the U differently. It's but in Japanese, it's u. Well, in most other languages, it's u. So
But-
it's not. It's
but
not.
Wouldn't that
It's
be
not
so?
Sosuke. It's actually they say it so fast. It's Sousuke. but it's so quick it sounds like so.
So I think I was more correct than Julian. I think is where we're getting at here.
Fine, Jacob. Watch Bleach, or actually read Bleach because the anime was canceled. But then
Well, how is he supposed to figure out how it's pronounced by reading it?
Ooh, good point. Yeah, fine, watch it. You know, I've been told about Bleach is that like the anime or like the show peaks at the Soul Society arc, and then after that it just becomes more and more like bad after that. And the ending's awful, and the Fullbringer arc is terrible. That's what I hear from like everyone about Bleach.
It's funny. I've heard similar opinions about other anime. Like when I was talking to you about, oh man, I really liked original Naruto, but I never watched Shippuden. You're like, don't. It gets bad.
Well, okay, yeah, part 2 has its moments, but it's pretty. It gets bad.
Like I heard the Ninja War was bad.
Yeah,
And then.
and that's like the majority of part 2, the Great Ninja War.
So Bleach characters, cool.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yep. All right. Nintendo expects no problems with Switch production to hit 20 million shipments target.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really it. They think that they're doing good with production, and they think they're going to be able to keep up. They are expecting a lot of good new games to come out towards the end of this year and early next year.
It raises a question. Like I put this on the show topics list because Game Explained put this like as a video. It was like, oh, Nintendo's gonna release more games for fall 2018. Wait, why didn't they like show that at E3 then?
Because Smash is all they needed, and to be fair, it worked. Right after, immediately after E3, Switch sales went up 105%.
Really?
Yes. There's a lot of people who were holding out too, and also there was like, especially in Europe, there was like really good deals on the Switch. There was like the Switch and a game and a Pro controller for like $340 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
It's actually a pretty sick deal. Yeah, that's like $70 off basically.
I'm really tempted to get a Switch, especially with Octopath Traveler coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna continue resisting. I wanna know if there's gonna be a Smash Special Edition. Like, might be worth waiting to find out.
Prime 4 Special Edition. I'm gonna have my Special Edition Metroid 3DS and Switch. It's gonna be great.
I'm ready to buy one now because of Star Allies and Odyssey and Octopath Traveler. It's coming out.
I'm gonna get a Metroid tattooed somewhere.
Really? Get a
No.
screw attack.
Get a screw. Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
They should have a Metroid, or not a Metroid, a Smash Switch Special Edition that comes with a giant amiibo that has all the characters on it in like one big.
What?
No.
You know, like the box art, like something like that, but with all the characters in like this massive amiibo structure.
They should sell a Switch Smash Special Edition that is $50 cheaper and comes with every amiibo.
That's a really
Yeah,
good.
right.
That's a good idea. Nintendo
That would
should
be a
do
packaging nightmare.
that. That would be a production nightmare. Get you every single. They would have to be producing every single amiibo simultaneously, alongside at Switch volume, which is unreasonable.
I had a friend who collected amiibos, and his collection was gigantic. Like, I'm surprised how many amiibos there are.
Yeah, there's a lot of
my
amiibo.
friend Anthony did the same thing. I think he was on track to have like all of them for a while, except for a few. I think Fire Emblem ones. What were like the really rare ones when
I think-
Smash for the Wii U came out?
Robin?
When amiibos were new, there was a lot of really rare ones.
Yeah, some have become
then,
less
like-
rare with time.
Yeah, Villager, I think my friend who collects amiibos got Villager for like $50 off from like a scalper on eBay.
I
or
would
something.
never pay those prices.
No, that's crazy.
I wouldn't either.
Villager was a difficult one for him to get. The Golden Mario, like he also got all like the special editions. He didn't just get like
No, I
The
see.
Smash
main one.
ones. If you include the special editions, there's like 81 amiibos or something like that.
yeah. There was a bunch of pre-order ones that he like pre-ordered
Yeah, that's
games
impressive.
just to get the amiibo. I
Does your
didn't
friend,
understand it.
Does your friend line up at Walmart and stuff to get his
Yeah.
amiibo? Yeah, okay.
It's like an extreme version of Joe.
he would like he
Shout
would
out
go
to
to
Joe.
like we lived in the middle of nowhere, so we would have to drive like 3 hours to go to Walmart's that had
Oh my
it
god,
sometimes.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're living in the Upper Peninsula.
Wow.
That sucks.
My headphones accidentally came unplugged. So if you were making fun of my friend, I didn't hear it.
We were just saying that sucks.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. I don't know if I could do that.
So
For
that's why they
Amiibo?
should release the Smash Switch Special Edition with all the amiibos.
I think that's like a lot of money too. Like even if you bought like all, like even if you got like all 80 amiibos at like $10 is $800 of amiibo.
Oh my!
Yeah.
And
Yeah, wow.
like
Yeah.
most of
I
them,
could
a
buy
lot
a
of those
really
rare
big
ones, you're gonna be
PlayStation
like, if you
for
pay
that.
like $50 on like only 10 of them, even that's $500. So you could be like, you could end up with over $1,000 like real quick.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a bit much. And
only
Nintendo's
amiibo-
also just gonna keep releasing them for like
Would I want to
quite
have a
some
wall
time.
covered in amiibos or a lightsaber? I'm gonna go with lightsaber.
The question is, will Nintendo make new Smash amiibos for characters already in Smash Wii U with the new
No.
the new art?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. At least not yet. Well, maybe for some like Breath of the Wild Link.
I super need that Ridley one though.
Except there
Holy
already
shit.
is a Breath of the Wild Link amiibo that
there already
isn't
is one.
Smash, but it's not Smash.
Yeah.
I don't think that matters. Because like the Fire Emblem ones, they didn't release a separate Smash and Fire Emblem amiibo.
Yeah,
It
you're
was
right.
just-
You're right. And same with Villager. The Villager one wasn't exactly Smash, I don't think, because it had
Oh yeah, because there was the new Villager slash like what was
Happy
that
Home
Villager
Designer?
name?
it had like
What was-
Villager, like Gyroid, like
What was that Animal Crossing game called? It was
Happy
for
Home
the Wii U,
Designer?
and it was, like,
Amiibo Festival?
Amiibo Festival. Yeah, I heard it was really bad.
Yeah, I heard it was just like a Mario Party clone, but that required amiibos to play.
that sounds awful.
Yeah, I heard nothing but bad
I
things
mean,
about
it doesn't sound awful to people who have a shit ton of them that they collected already.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait.
But like,
Did you know that like the shopping rush at the end of the year is called the year-end shopping battle in Japan?
I did
That
not
doesn't
know
surprise
that.
me.
Shopping battle. I like
I mean-
that's about right. You
Smash
you always see those occasional videos of people like getting trampled or like.
But that's in the States. This is Japan we're talking about. They're a little. I'd like to think that they're not as how do I say this without disgracing
consumer
America?
consumer crazy.
Yeah, they're not as crazy about that kind of stuff as the U.S. I would hope.
Yeah, but they're also like used to being packed like sardines in places, so maybe they don't care. Like maybe they're
Being
just
being packed with other people is different than getting trampled and pushed by other people.
it's
thinking.
basically the same.
It's not.
Have you seen some of the subway systems in Tokyo where they like actually have
Yeah.
people whose job it is to push people into trains?
Yeah, but they're not punching the shit out of each other and shoving each other to get to some product on the floor in a store.
He's
That's-
got us
I need
there.
that rice cooker. Gotta push this old lady out of her way. Need
But
that rice cooker.
but are there people yanking people out of trains to get a spot so they don't
No.
so they're not late to work?
I
No, I don't
actually
think so.
wouldn't. I think that just culturally wouldn't happen.
Probably not. It's probably
I
very.
don't-
I mean, I'm sure it happens, but I'm sure it's rare.
Japanese people have a lot more shame than we do.
But I've heard stories of like
Kind of.
little girls on Japanese trains getting, touched.
Well, yeah,
by...
all right. Listen, that's different. You're going in a different. We're talking about.
That's
we're
not.
talking about.
That's not physical violence. That's something different.
That is
Yeah.
physical.
That is physical. But yes,
What are you trying to say,
But there's a
Dan?
difference
your
between
point.
like physical.
I know where
assault and
Dan's-
sexual-
it's actually like almost a separate level. Kind of. I don't know. There's
Right.
like physical, sexual, and then there's like brutal. I don't know. Fucking whatever. Getting stabbed is.
Hold on. No.
All right.
No. So you're saying if we're on a train and I fingered you, it'd be whatever. No problem.
No!
That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
It wasn't
is that-
physical violence. Dan said it himself.
no, what I'm saying is that the type of person who on a train would punch me in the face for no reason is different than is a different type of fucked up than the type of person who would walk up to me, finger my bumhole on a train.
True.
Those
You're
are-
definitely right about that.
And I think the culture in Japan would be more punishing of the physical and less punishing of the sexual. And in America, it would be the opposite
Right.
because Americans are just more violent.
Yeah.
That is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So in conclusion, Switch is going to sell a lot of units. Next topic.
Yep.
That was the original topic. Wow.
We are,
No.
derailed the show.
Yeah. And don't worry, no one's getting fingered. All right. You can go to Japan and
consent.
No
probably
one's
not
getting
get fingered. It's that.
Without their consent.
Yes. Yes, you can get fingered with consent. Probably.
Probably.
Moving on.
Unless you're really ugly, I don't...
Yeah.
Jake,
Joke.
are we gonna?
Yeah. All right. So Niantic shows off an AR demo that lets Pikachu hide behind real-world objects. So it's cool. They're calling it's a machine-accessed technique. Niantic is calling occlusion. That's kind of funny how they write it because it's like, oh, Niantic's calling it occlusion. That's what this is called. Objects going behind other objects in 3D space is called occlusion. That is actually what it's called.
Yeah, I hate it when people do that. They're calling it this.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're calling it that because that's what it is.
And they say
It's
that
like
multiple times in this, like, oh, Dynamic Showcase that they call occlusion. Like, no, that's what it's called.
There was
That's a term that already exists.
this messaging app or something. This is very tangentially related. There was this messaging app where you could only have 512, where they raised the limit of the number of friends you could have from 250 to 512. And there was an article why did they pick such an arbitrary number like 512?
You see that all the time where it's like, if it's 1024 or numbers like that, people are like, why did they use such a bizarre number? Not understanding powers of 2 is funny. I don't know. It's like, how do you write a news article if you type 512 into Google, you'd probably come up with a power of 2 or something.
I'm gonna type 512 into Google right now and see what comes up.
Probably not a power too.
512 pill images.
Wow.
I think you would have to type in power too.
Pill with imprint 512.
Well,
white,
what if you type
brown,
in
and has been identified as
512
a seed of
significance?
abstinence.
There you go, 512 significance. The first thing that comes up is the Wikipedia page, which says 512 is 2 to the 9th.
Okay.
And special use in computers.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I have a 512 megabyte memory card somewhere.
Nice, that's tiny.
Yeah, but back in the day, though,
Back in the day, it was probably
a
massive.
few game saves on there, man.
Back in the day, you're like, holy crap! I could never use 512 megabytes. That's insane.
Yeah, looking back at my PS2 memory card, it's 8 megabytes. Holy shit, 8 megabytes.
We had a digital camcorder that recorded tape, magnetic tape, but it also came with an SD card that you could record to. And the SD card was a whopping 8 megabytes. And you could do 128 by 96 pixel video on it for 3 minutes. and we liked it, damn it.
I remember when for my birthday, my mom gave me a 1 gig memory card for my PSP. And I was like, oh my god, a gigabyte. I could put so much stuff on here. And now, my phone has a 32 gig SD card, and that's not even big nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Does anyone had blocks instead of telling you how much?
Yeah.
But blocks was a thing. I never knew what it equated to. But what was everything was blocks for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Xbox,
Madden
PS2,
used a ton of
GameCube.
blocks, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone didn't use many blocks.
Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah. And the thing is, blocks actually isn't a consistent unit of measurement because blocks is describing sector size on like a disk. So it's normally 4 kilobytes is a block. Like one block is 4 kilobytes. But that's not always true. So, like, I don't know if like the PS2 and the GameCube might have differed and what size of a block was. I have no idea why that became popular. Very strange.
I think it was because it was easier to.
I think it's just because it made smaller numbers, but they could have just used like it's like 4 kilobytes, right? So they could have just multiplied the number by 4 and just put a K instead of blocks, and that's it. I don't know. Anyway, Pokemon AR, Pokemon Go AR stuff. It's cool. Pikachu can like interact with real world objects kinda in AR, I guess, which is neat.
Is this being released, or is this like a test demo, or?
This is experimental proof of concept stage, so it's far away from like being in phones. Like I don't know if they can do it in real time yet, even.
Okay, do you think that like in a couple years' time, phones are gonna have 2 really close together cameras for depth perception?
They already have that.
A lot of phones already do that.
The Moto G6 has that.
Honestly, most flagship phones have most flagship phones these days have 2 cameras on the back.
Sorry, Dan.
I didn't know that. So to answer my question, yes.
Yes,
Because
but most of them don't do it for depth perception.
Right.
The thing is, like for like AR stuff, 1 lens is enough for depth perception. That's like reasonably good.
No, but you could trick it pretty easily.
Yeah,
What they're
you
trying to
wanted to.
accomplish, though, it's like fine.
Yeah.
That's true.
And honestly, like the 2 cameras thing, like they can make more accurate stuff, but the problem is then the limitations of not every smartphone will have them. So like then you're supporting 2 different styles.
Yeah.
And like you don't want to like have the 1 camera system fall way behind.
So this wouldn't be for Niantic, but this could be for some cool proprietary software.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, some phones already make use of it. Like now on the new iPhones, they have a built-in like measurement thing that use the dual sensors, so you could like point it at a spot, click something and point it to another spot, and it'll tell you like how tall it is or how long it is, and it's pretty darn accurate. It's pretty cool stuff. So they're already starting to do some stuff with it. But anyway, unless anyone else has got anything to say about that, I think we can move on.
Is anyone still playing Pokemon Go?
Ooh.
So I got back into it because Let's Go's coming out.
Let's go.
Bigger question is that would Pikachu being able to walk behind objects make anyone go back to Pokemon Go?
That wasn't my question, but sure.
Is that gonna be like is this gonna be the thing to bring people back? Like, I doubt it.
Is it
don't know.
just Pikachu or is it other Pokemon?
Well, the demo is just Pikachu because it's just a demo.
Well, if it's just in general, Pokemon can now like go behind stuff. I think that would be kind of cool because it's a little more interactive. As long as it's like in a safe area, not like you're in a city and you're walking down the street and it's like, oh, Pikachu decided to go behind this parked car and it's on the other side and I'm on the sidewalk. It's like, you know what, Pikachu, you can stay there. Go.
Kind of funny enough, the example they use is Pikachu running around in a crowded area with a lot of foot traffic.
Oh my god.
So.
But if I was walking around, like, near water or whatever, and I see an Oshawott and it like dives underwater or like goes behind like somebody's umbrella on the beach or something, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna catch that Oshawott for it. Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
But if it's just Pikachu, no.
They would certainly apply it to other Pokemon.
You'd think, like in X and Y came out, it's like Pikachu actually says his name, but then everyone else still had the Game Boy DS level cries on them.
So here's the last. This kind of relates to what Mauricio was saying, so I'm gonna read the last paragraph of the article. We don't know when this kind of sophisticated AR will arrive in actual products, but it's safe to say Niantic wants its real-world platform to be as robust as possible, so developers decide to build apps on top of it. So it's not like, it's not just Pikachu, it's not just Pokemon Go. It's gonna be for developers to build apps on top of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're building basically an AR engine of sorts.
Also, off topic, totally off topic. What the hell? So, you guys know how I read Valiant comics. This will be really quick, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Valiant comics. So, like, back in the day, one of their biggest comics that brought them to, like, the mainstream and people loved them was called Magnus Robot Fighter. And when Valiant came back in, like, 2012, they didn't have the rights to that one, and I didn't know who had it. I just found out it was, like, it's Dynamite Comics has the rights. And it's like, I got nothing on Dynamite, but it's like, come on. Why are you hanging on to that? Like, come on. Give it to Valiant. Give it back. That's it.
That was very random. All right.
Magnus Robot Fighter.
Fallout
Man of the Atom.
Fallout 76. Okay, so this this article I have here is in German for some reason.
Oh, Deutsch, yeah.
I don't know why. Julia, why did you put a German article?
What happens if we change the .de to .com? Does that fix it?
I doubt
Or
it because then the next thing is article in the whole URL is in German.
Hold on. Let me see this. Maybe I can read it.
I mean, I just ran it through Google Translate, so here we go.
No. Let me read. Hold on.
So Fallout
Hat
70.
Fallout 4 auf PC, PS4 und Xbox One crossplay support? Nein. Das Spektakel jet der Game Director von Bethesda Game Studios Todd Howard im GameStar interview. Man, that's funny how like some things they like don't change into German because it's like a proper title. God, that's funny.
I mean, yeah.
Die Designer Legend hat Zoomen einen schuldigen ausgemacht. Sony. Oh, I know what this quote is now. Never mind. All right, you continue.
All right. So anyway, to quickly translate what he just said, does Fallout 76 have PC, PS4, and Xbox One crossplay support? No. This is confirmed by Todd Howard in a GameStar interview. The Designer Legend has identified the culprit, Sony. PlayStation Group is not as helpful as everyone would like it. Bethesda said she wanted the first multiplayer offshoot in the Fallout series with the number 76 crossplay. Man, Google Translate's awesome.
I'm pretty sure there's this article in English. I'm pretty sure I've seen it in English.
Yeah. This article exists. I'm sure this article exists in a lot of forums. Which Julie posted the German one, so we're rolling with it.
This is more entertaining. I like this.
I didn't post this article.
Oh, Jake, what are you doing?
Not me. I didn't post the article.
Maybe it was
Mitch.
Yeah, it must have been Mitch.
Of course, Mitch would.
Mitch wasn't here, so he had to post the German version of the article to mess with us. But yeah. Anyway, Sony once again being difficult with crossplay. We talked about this.
This is not the first time this has happened.
No, when we talked about this the other week with the more extreme version of this with Fortnite, which is like beyond nuts. For those who don't remember that, in Fortnite, if you ever play on a PS4 on your Fortnite account, you can never use that Fortnite account on another system again, ever.
Yeah, I've heard of that. That's crazy.
It is permanently tainted with PS4, therefore must only be played on PS4. And of course, there's no crossplay.
Yeah, they've done this with Minecraft. They don't want to do that either.
Well, like, what the hell?
What was it? Wasn't it
Minecraft? The game's been out for like so long. Like, what do they even care?
Did they do crossplay with Rocket League? Or was that still they didn't do that?
No crossplay.
Sony's done crossplay with anything.
To be fair, Rocket League doesn't have crossplay in any of its systems. So.
Oh no, I thought it was between PC and Xbox.
Oh no, PC and Xbox. You're right. PC and Xbox.
I thought that it had crossplay. You just couldn't do crossplay parties. Like you could get randomly matched with someone on
I see.
Oh, you might be right. That sounds familiar.
Mm.
Anyways, Sony being stubborn because they've got a large share of the market right now because of the PS4, and they're just stubborn.
Yeah, and they're trying to kill their market share apparently.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I know they're not they're not going to, but
they're being a bunch of meanies.
because they still have games on like the other consoles, but
Yeah.
I mean
It's really
PC.
just
I mean
Xbox.
PC has more games. Yeah, that's true. Xbox and this Fallout 76 is not on the Switch anyway, so like,
Yeah.
like
Off topic. When I was driving to another state with my coworker, he's a huge nerd. But every time, because we were driving through the country, just every so often, every so often he'd be like, "Country roads,"
mhm.
and then we'd have a little moment where we'd be like, "Take me home," and we'd sing really bad. It's awesome. It's great. Shout out to John.
John, if you're out there watching, we all love you.
We do. And Todd Howard also said that Sony had sort of a weird attitude when approached about this, saying, "We would love to do that, but right now that's not possible."
BS.
That's a weird thing to
That's
say.
a really bizarre thing to say. Like,
If Nintendo can do crossplay, so can Sony.
yeah. Yeah, there's no technical problem. That's like not even on Sony. Like, it's
No.
literally like the complexities
wanted to-
lie within Bethesda, not within Sony. So like, there's no excuses.
Like, if I wanted to, I could, like, for Minecraft, for instance, I could just play that on my phone with somebody on their PC and somebody on their Xbox and somebody on whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even like it's just I don't know. It's just like not even an issue now. Games are it's so easy to make them work with each other.
Mhm.
You know, it says in the article, it says that it uses Minecraft as an example, and Minecraft is cross-platform with everything but PlayStation.
Yep.
Like PC, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
Probably even more than that. Minecraft's on like everything.
I think even the 3DS too.
The 3DS, really?
I don't know. I know it's on there. I haven't looked it up. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, it's on like everything. It's on
It's even on
phone. It's on
Linux.
phone
It's
too.
on-
Right there.
they have a edition for the Raspberry Pi. It's like
Oh yeah, that's right. They do.
That's weird because I think you can make a Raspberry Pi inside Minecraft.
oh
wor-
yeah,
oh,
I've seen people
work?
do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
They've done like very very basic computers on there.
I've
I
seen
was
because
literally joking, but yeah.
No, doing relays with redstone and stuff, and people have done like
Yeah.
full on calculators that work in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that.
Yeah.
But then they added command blocks and they made that stuff a lot easier. But
Yeah,
then
but just like
But then
Thinking
people,
back.
but then people took it further though, because then you give them command blocks. So now, like somebody made an Atari 8600 emulator.
yeah.
Has someone ported Doom to Minecraft yet?
Oh my god.
Dude,
That'd be amazing.
This
What was the
week's
topic?
edition of Doom being ported
Sony-
to things.
Sony doesn't allow crossplay yet. We can make an Atari 8600 emulator in Minecraft. So, fuck you, Sony. That's the
Was
short
it
of it.
8600?
Or, probably not. I can never remember the Atari model numbers. They're all wrong and weird.
Like the Atari computers or like the Atari game console?
The Atari game console.
there's a 2600. There's
52 and then 7800.
yeah.
It's probably the 2600.
Whatever, next topic.
Next topic. Shenmue 1 and 2 PC release date set. It's August 21st.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Shenmue 2. More
More.
like
Shenmue
no,
Poo.
no.
Ah.
More like Shenmue Poo.
Got him.
Got him.
Shenmue 3, more like Shenmue P.
Yeah.
Shut.
All right. Shenmue 1, more like take it, Julian.
I was trying to think of something.
Shenmue Fun.
No, that isn't.
No. No,
Shenmue pun.
what rhymes with 1 that's bad? I don't know. Rhymes. All right, well, why don't you talk about Shenmue while I find out what rhymes with 1?
It's good that Shenmue 1 and 2 have a release date on PC, I guess. This isn't Shenmue 3,
Right.
but it's something.
I think it's cool that they're porting it. Like a bunch of stuff they just started porting a few years back. I feel that they're just like everyone's just like, just put it on PC, go for it. Like Final Fantasy VII came out on PC.
Right.
There's like a bunch of older games and stuff.
Chrono Trigger.
All right, I got it. Shenmue 1, more like Shenmue overdone. That's all I got.
Boo!
It's all right.
It's better than Shenmue done. I don't know.
I mean, sure.
Shenmue shotgun, Shenmue make fun,
I'm looking at
Shenmue
this-
metric
Shenmue
ton.
make fun.
I'm looking at rhymezone.com.
Same. Shenmue
Anyways,
Thompson
none of us are gonna
submachine
play
gun.
Shenmue. None of us are gonna play it. Those who are gonna play it probably already have it still on their Dreamcast or whatever, or on the Xbox
Shenmue
original.
1, more like Shenmue burp gun.
I liked Shenmue hamburger bun. Alright, we're done with that now.
Next topic.
Oh, Rhyme Zone.
We're just moving on to the next topic.
Yeah, fuck
Wait,
Shenmue.
have we made
As
fun
you
of
know,
Shenmue 3 yet? No. Have we made fun of Shenmue 3 yet?
Shenmue 3 that doesn't exist.
I said Shenmue P.
It's never happened. Shenmue 3 is definitely like a big money laundering. Not even money laundering. They just robbed people of millions of dollars, and they're just running with
Yeah.
it. They just cut Sony a check for like half the money to say like, yeah, we're supporting the game totally. And that's it. That was the last of it. They made some screenshots in Alice and called it a day.
And Alice, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Is Alice like widespread? Is that like a joke only kids who took computer science in high school are gonna get?
Probably.
Yeah, because that totally
Probably.
went over my head.
It's
Um,
all right. We'll quickly fill in the folks at home. It's basically like a programming, like intro to programming thing with like really crappy 3D animation kind of stuff, and like that's really it.
Basically, the joke was incredibly clever, and if you didn't get it, shame on you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any more shame, Dan. So where we at?
I am putting shame on you. Didn't you?
Yeah,
hear me?
I'm throwing. I'm
drizzling it on with a ladle.
I have it up on the stream so you can kind of see the level of
thick is the
beautiful
shade
animation, and we're talking about here the amazing 3D models in Alice.
How thick? Have
How
you
thick
ever
is
had
the
like?
shame gravy?
Have you ever had like sausage gravy, like that you put on biscuits and gravy?
Yeah,
It's that consistency.
I like that. Some good shame gravy.
All right, speaking of shame, I guess French gambling regulator determines that loot boxes are not legally gambling.
How far? Oh wow, you skipped a. All right.
The topics are a bit out of order.
Wait, Jake, before you get into this, when did you say you like John? He loves John? Or what that's what Aaron put in the chat.
What are you talking
Dan said we all love John, and I say yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah. John's a cool guy.
Oh, right, okay. I feel like forgot Mauricio's friend's name.
Oh, see, look, Aaron didn't take CS, but she actually did use Alice, so there we go.
Yeah, I never used
It's
it.
not apparently maybe not as obscure as we thought.
All right, back to the French thing. This dude obviously has a deal with some people, trying to change the rules and.
To
Get
be
that
fair,
loot box.
the guy's ruling is more or less they're a lot like gambling, and they're a problem, and something should be done, but they aren't legally classified as gambling in France.
Is this guy
I
from
think the
Ubisoft?
funny thing is, oh sorry.
Go ahead.
I think the funny thing is, they say the primary reason for this is that items obtained through them have no real world value.
Yeah,
So it's not considered gambling because it's considered literally throwing your money away, and that's fine.
to be fair, that that makes some, like, the thing about getting things of real world value in return is that it's like inherently more addictive in that sense, because like there's like a real like monetary reward, so you can more easily convince yourself that it's worth doing. So I could maybe see some kind of argument there. Maybe.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I just think it's funny.
Yeah, it does. Like when you
not gambling is because you know what you're getting is worthless.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a bad sign, I would say. We all know from 2 weeks ago that the EU's a shit. Is France in the EU? Actually,
Yes, they're in the
Okay.
EU.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we know that the EU's a crap hole because what's going on with this copyright law.
Oh yeah, which this wasn't on our topic list, but
It got
since you
rejected.
brought it up, it did get rejected, and it's being rewritten from the ground up because of opposition to it. So
Not only that, but
to be fair, they got over it, and they're going to they're
It's
gonna
not
try
dead yet.
to fix it up. Yeah, it's not dead yet, but supposedly they're gonna try to fix it up. So it gives me some hope that they're not like absolutely brain dead. So that's good.
So I actually didn't hear anything about the copyright law except through memes.
That's kind of funny, since the law would impact memes shareability.
Well, all of the memes were about how the EU is trying to ban memes.
That's not terribly inaccurate in a sense. It was a pretty messed up law where like anything that links out to anything has to be like moderated and checked for copyright stuff using image recognition technology
by the original owner, right?
not by the owner, by the sites in which they are published.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
like YouTube or Imgur or Reddit, they would all be responsible for like super checking that this thing is actually original, and or they link the original source, and it's crazy. There was some decent intentions in there, but like they clearly don't understand how technology works at all when that law was written.
Information,
Or how information sharing works, or like I get copyright law, but like the sites have to implement these like crazy safeguards thing. That's just bizarre and super anti-competitive. Like basically sites like 4chan would like not be able to exist, which is, not a major loss. But like
yeah, true.
Like I'm all for internet freedom, and sites like
Somebody
4chan,
say
sites like 4chan should be able to exist.
Crazy noise.
I knew you.
Weaves.
Weaves. That's
Hey,
a JoJo
you're half
reference.
Everything is a JoJo reference.
If you think hard enough, everything's a JoJo reference. If you're
I
weaving,
can't listen to songs on the radio without thinking, oh, it's a JoJo's reference.
It's the opposite, damn it.
Listen,
JoJo
every
references
time I hear
those
Bad
things.
Company, I think of JoJo. Okay, it's hard. It's sorry. When we were at Six Flags and they were playing a Marilyn Manson song, I was like, oh, that's a JoJo reference.
Christ almighty. All right.
yeah, I'm the same way.
Whatever. France, gambling, loot boxes, moving on. Speaking of other top...
Wait,
Switch gets VR-styled headset.
Whoa,
Not
whoa, whoa,
really.
whoa, 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 whoa. That's our last topic. We got a topic before that.
Why is it in the order?
Because we do it... Because that's what we do, all right? We always
Alright,
like to have our
Phantom
last
Lord
topic be...
suing moderators.
Yes. So, Phantom Lord, we already talked about him before. Suing Twitch. Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy who's suing Twitch for banning him.
I don't know if I was here for that.
Yeah,
I don't think you were.
that was some time ago.
What like legal leg does he think he has to stand on?
In the Twitch one or in this one?
In the Twitch one.
The Twitch one, he has a legal leg to stand on. Actually, Twitch handled the situation so poorly that they violated their own agreement. So,
Oh,
in
I
all
think I
fairness,
remember this
he
now.
does have a leg to stand on in the Twitch one. This is just him being a douche. Like, there's nothing. Like he's threatening to sue Reddit moderators for not taking down a post that claims that he's scammed people with the VGO skin site, which is also, by the way, why he got banned from Twitch. And
I remember hearing about this.
yeah, right.
Did I hear about it through this podcast?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's quite possible. That might have been when you were. That might have been one of the episodes where you listened before you were a member.
Really? That far back?
Yeah, we talked about this forever ago. Like, this is like episode like 8 or something like that.
I think it was like
Damn.
12 or 13.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Which,
Hey,
oh yeah,
hey,
by the way, this is episode 25. This is our 6th month exactly anniversary of starting this podcast.
Ooh.
So it has now been 6 months. You may be wondering, like, wait, shouldn't that be on episode 26? No, we missed 1 week. So this is
okay.
the 6-month anniversary. So
We're doing great. We've started to amass a following, right?
Oh, really?
We have a couple
Right.
randoms.
we have a couple of
think Jared
randoms who tune in every other week. So that's cool. It's actually kind of funny. The 1 week that we like, there was 1 week where we streamed on a Friday instead of a Thursday, and ever since then we lost like half our randos. So
That
Good job,
sucks.
us.
yeah, apparently keeping a schedule is important or something.
For you true believers, thank you for sticking around and listening to us ramble.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yes,
Thanks.
Sam.
to the true fans out there, and electrical longboard.
That was
Caesar?
an school skateboard.
No, not that guy. Fuck that guy.
Wow. You don't even know our fans' name.
No, there's both. There's electrical longboard and electrical skateboard. I can only imagine it's the same. person.
Bullshit, there is.
There is. Yo.
I don't ever check the Twitch thing, so I don't know. But whoever you are, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for your continued support, and sorry for calling your name out without your consent. So, yeah, Vargo was suspended from Twitch. I don't know, this guy's something. Like in the Twitch, and I hate that he has a leg to stand on in the Twitch lawsuit, because like I think this guy's kind of a scumbag.
Damn.
Yeah,
But
that whole CS:GO lottery thing.
yeah, that stuff's pretty messed up. Like, for those who don't know, the quick story of it is that basically he, like, you know, he's a popular Twitch streamer, he has a popular YouTube channel, and he would do this, like, what's the name of the site? It's CS:GO Shuffle. And it was basically like a gambling site for CS:GO loot and guns and skins and
I
stuff like
remember
that.
this now.
And
I
like
remember this now.
he would like stream him like doing it and stuff, and occasionally he would win like really good shit, right? But then, like after a while, people eventually found out that he was part owner and founder of CS:GO Shuffle, and he never disclosed that. So then there was like good reason to believe that, one, he was never disclosing his part owner. He was just like, hey, this is a cool site, you guys should do it. But also, most of his wins, like his big wins, were probably faked. Like they programmed them to happen. So
Ooh.
yeah, that's pretty messed up, and especially since his core audience is like, you know,
12-year-olds.
yeah, 12 to 16-year-olds. That's bad. That's really bad. So that's and yeah.
So yeah, he's a jerk.
Yep, basically. And yeah, he threatening to sue Reddit mods, which he like literally can't.
So for what?
What defamation, I guess, or like I don't know. Not
It
listening
was
to
for
his.
violating Reddit's terms of service by bullying, I think, is what the or I've been
Yeah.
trying to listen and read at the same time, and it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, this article is also like really long.
Yeah, it is.
Like really bizarrely long. Like I can't find where it is.
They talk about the skin thing for a long time.
Yeah, they do. To kind of catch everyone. I mean, I guess that's what we did on the podcast here. We caught everyone up on who this guy is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's he has nothing in this one. So he's threatening he's threatening to sue them. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's move on to the last topic because this is a disaster. All right.
There's another topic I want to talk about.
Oh wait. Well then let's do that one first.
No, at the end. It's like it's an end of show topic.
All right. So, Nintendo Switch is getting its own VR style headset, but they're really not.
It's not. First off, while you were going on one of the other topics, I read that article and immediately I was disappointed. So basically, it's not really a VR thing. It's like, I guess it's not. Well, I guess it is, but it's one of those just screens that you just plug into anything with a micro USB port.
Yeah.
And
it's literally
like it's made for anything with a micro USB, so it'll work with the Switch. Yeah.
Anything with HDMI. It's literally just an HDMI to a screen that you strap to your face.
Yeah. But it's 1280 by whatever, Jake.
Which is, wait, what is it by? What is it? 1280.
It's like
1280 by 800. That's less than the resolution output of a TV.
But it's on your face.
So it would look awful.
It's the equivalent of a 120-inch screen.
120-inch 1280 by 800 pixel screen, it would be horrible. To give you an idea on how bad of a resolution that is for like a VR type headset, like the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, right? They both have per eye a resolution of 2048 by 2048, right? And that's, significantly larger than this. And you can see pixels at that resolution. So, like, at 1280 by 800, like, pixels will be massive. Like, you will be able to see them very clearly.
Yeah.
Like, it will be very difficult to read text and things.
It also seems like it's not meant for the Switch, but like this article is written on a website called Nintendo Life, so it's like obviously got a Nintendo Switch.
Well, no, they're just saying like, hey, this will work with the Switch.
Yeah, this will work with the Switch.
It's relevant enough for them to talk about it because it's like, hey, this is totally not meant for it. But
Yeah,
it's compatible.
that title's a bit clickbaity, but yeah.
It's clickbaity, but I mean, there's some. It's not entirely wrong.
And to be fair, in their own marketing material for this headset thing, they show it with the Switch. Like that.
I'm sure this is a Switch or just a tablet.
It's with Switch. With the Switch.
Oh yeah, it's a Pro Controller.
They're saying it works with the Switch, not entirely baseless, but yeah, clickbaity kind of.
Yeah, which also it's kind of funny because this thing has a resolution of 1280 by 800, but the Switch won't actually put out 1280 by 800. It would be 1280 by 720. So you'll also have black bars on the top and bottom when you're doing it with the Switch.
Ooh.
Which 1280 by 800 is just a bizarre resolution, to be honest. I mean, it's probably because in VR you don't want things to be super widescreen. And also, so this isn't going to be stereo 3D at all, right? So do you just see, what does it even look like?
So if what I'm understanding is it'll just do the two images of the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say each eye just gets the same image then.
Yeah.
So they have to have two displays in there, but they're gonna show the same exact thing.
Yep. Or it's just gonna be this would be even worse. It'd be the one display just split in half.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
You couldn't focus on any. Oh my god, that would give you a headache instantaneously.
Yeah, it would actually be unusable. It'd be completely unusable.
What is the aspect ratio of your vision?
The aspect ratio of your vision? It's
kind
really,
of
really wide. Like,
It's kind of oval, so it's not like a rectangle, so you can't really give it an aspect ratio.
no, you can give it a rough, like, if you can put a rectangle inside of that oval, but it's like more complicated than that because your peripheral vision's resolution is like really low and basically irrelevant at some level.
According to Quora.com, the aspect ratio of the human eye is about 5:3, except it's shaped like an irregular oval.
And that's per eye, though.
Yeah, also there's quite a bit of individual variation.
That sounds about right. So
Anyway, at $200, this thing doesn't seem worth it at all.
wait, this is $200?
Yes.
That's insane. That's insane. For $100 more, you can get a real VR headset. Actually, no. For that price, you can get a real VR headset. You can get like an Oculus Go, which like
There's an Oculus
is
Go.
which is like definitely a lot better than this thing.
But is it compatible with the Switch? Can I just plug that shit in?
Probably not, but you don't want to plug your Switch into this thing because
How
that
does-
would be
How
awful.
does this work with the Switch? Like, what games does it work with?
All of them. Like it's literally just a screen in front of your eyes. Like
Oh, okay.
it's
Yeah, it's
basically a
just mirrors the
TV you
display.
strap to your face. There's
Yeah, there's
okay.
nothing. Too
There's
crazy
actually,
going
yeah,
on.
there's no tracking, there's no motion, there's no 3D, nothing.
Yeah,
It's
like my
actually a
phone-
completely pointless product.
Like the PSP emulator on my phone has that option. Just go in the settings and it's just like, oh, do you want VR the 2 screens? I'm like, sure, why not? And I tried it. Nothing crazy. It's just, it's in. I mean, yeah. Sorry to go off on that, but it's just like it's nothing crazy impressive. It's pretty basic.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems like just a weird attempt to cash in on the VR thing in like the weirdest way ever. I don't get what this is for.
It's just targeting gullible people. Like, it's not.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't know
it
about
seems
gullible.
like.
I
I
feel
feel-
like
it
it's
feels like
it's
a
more
cat
like
thing.
For $200, who in the know would buy this thing?
No one.
yeah, I don't know.
Who would
Yeah.
my real question is who after trying this once would buy it? Like seriously, you would put this thing on and immediately realize how pointless it is.
That guy in the advertisement looks pretty excited.
Like what is the use case for this? It's like, oh, you have a 128-inch screen which is lower resolution. Like like if it offered like full resolution, 1920 by 1080, like okay, maybe if you don't have a big TV and this is cheaper than a big TV, then maybe. But it's like a nerfed ass resolution. So, and it's for like with the Switch, if you hold the Switch close to your face, it's actually a better experience than this. I don't know.
Jake being brutal. No, nothing held back.
Yeah.
I don't know. The more I think about this product, the more I don't understand it. And the more it upsets me that somebody might pay money for this thing. I hope no one pays money for this thing.
What would you
I
rather?
know what I'm
buy?
getting you for your birthday.
What I would rather buy for $200, I
No,
could
it-
use those to get like lightsaber parts.
This or $200 worth of amiibos.
$200 worth of amiibos. At least those can maybe be sold on the aftermarket and get my money back. No one will ever buy this thing off me.
That's true.
Had a really good point there.
Like this thing used has to be worth nothing.
I mean, new it's worth nothing. They're just trying to trick you.
Yeah. Yeah, new it is definitely worth nothing. It's like worse than a new car, like the moment it's off the lot. It has no resellability.
But what if I pimp out my ride when I take it off of the lot and make it super custom?
You'll spend.
You're gonna
more money.
overclock the crappy
I'm gonna
deal.
port Doom to its computer before I sell it.
It doesn't have a computer. It's literally a dummy display. It literally has
I'm talking
US.
about my car, Jake.
Well, we're conflating. We're conflating things here. This analogy's gone too far.
Right.
Maybe.
So, yeah. Oh yeah. I did. They say VR in this product title.
Yeah, it's a scheme just to get you to buy it.
No. The title of the product is I Theater, but it mentions VR in its like description. Also, it's kind of funny that they say HD, but like 720p is like basically not HD in 2018.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 720p didn't even have a long run in the early 2000s.
It's like standard definition. Right?
It's
Technically
standard definition is 640 at 4:3. 720p at 16:9 is technically considered HD.
Fine, it's the lowest.
We need
HD.
to recategorize that shit because it's like nothing is displayed in quote unquote standard def. It's like it's not a thing anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's just HD now.
It is to me.
Well, like even it's kind of weird because like even on like YouTube, like if you like watch something at 480p, which is like theoretically standard def, that's actually still not standard def. It's actually still higher resolution than that because it's widescreen. So, and since the 480 is referring to the height, not the width, you're actually getting better than 480p on 4.3, which is what you would have on like a CRT. So, yeah, there's some resolution knowledge right there.
Good to know.
I could talk a whole hour about resolutions and display standards, like the NTSC standard. And if you've ever wondered why is it 59.97 frames per second instead of 60, we could talk about that for a whole hour.
Is it because like you can't recognize?
I don't know, Jake.
60
Please tell me.
FPS or something?
I said, please tell me, Jake. I want to know.
It all comes down to the power lines and like how like, you know, power in the United States is at 60 hertz, but in the time where you draw a frame on a screen, you can't instantaneously go from the bottom of the screen back to the top. And since they're using that 60 hertz to time it, there needs to be a blanking period where it has time to reset itself. And so that time adds up per second to be 0.03 frames. So
Interesting.
thus the 59.97 frames per second we have for NTSC. And the standard has just sort of stuck around because it's been around for a long time. But now any kind of, you know, digital format would support 59.97 or 60 or 51 if you felt like it. Like, so it's not as relevant of a standard anymore. But there you go. But PAL, you're like, wait, but PAL is 50 FPS. Exactly. What's up with that? And that's a story for a different day. I'll leave you hanging.
Ooh.
So,
Friends sake. I like it.
So Julian, you said you had a good yeah, I'll bring it up. So live streaming girl gets kicked out of gym.
Jake, do you recognize her?
Wait, what?
Oh my God! It's that fucking.
Yeah, it's the Lerone sent me this. It's
Yes.
it's the ASMR chick.
It's the ASMR chick that scratches the microphone and like.
What are you talking about? What?
So there's this ASMR chick on Twitch. I think she's like the most popular ASMR.
Is this in the notes?
I just put it there.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
This
So
is
she
on
was.
E-Bomb's world. Lying streamer girl gets kicked out of the gym.
Yeah. So I guess she also has this segment on her Twitch streams where she does workouts. You know, she's like a girl, one of those girl Twitch streamers that like shows her assets. You know what I mean?
God.
So she was stretching in the
Is
gym.
there anything in this?
But
Is
she
there
was
actually
like
anything in this video?
in the video, yeah, it's just some guy explaining the situation. It's too long. But like anyway, she was in the gym and she was
She
like,
gets
she gets
like called out.
Yeah, by the managers because she's not only filming herself, she's also filming like other people in the gym, like doing their thing.
Right, because she's pointing it at a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it up in the. Oh God, there.
But she doesn't understand this, so like, she's arguing with the manager and then the manager's boss, Well, first she lies and says, "Oh, like I don't have my camera, so like
Oh my
I'm
God.
not streaming." But then the managers pull up the Twitch stream. It's like, what are you talking about?
That's fucking
Holy
awesome.
shit. Wait.
Didn't think
She
that
said
one through.
recording. She said she's not recording.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
said she's not recording, and they're like, no.
Technically, that's true.
No, that's
because
not
it's
true.
streaming.
It's not
Streaming
true.
is being recorded. It's
Yeah,
being
she's
recorded
recording
onto
herself.
Twitch's servers.
Oh, so she okay. I was gonna say because like, can't you make it so that like it doesn't record
Like,
it? It's just a one-time
semantics it?
stream.
Yeah, it's not recording to the camera, but it's definitely recording to Twitch's servers. And live
Alright,
streaming and
alright.
recording is still same shit.
Okay, all right. Well, I was just saying because for work, I was streaming video at a plant, and but I wasn't we had nothing recording the actual feed. It was just a one-time thing. That's why I was curious.
There's a on eBomb's World. There's a second article about this, but I like its
Lying
title
streamer
better.
thought.
Lying streamer thought gets kicked out of the gym.
Be gone. Stop.
She was kicked
I
out
also
by the
like the
manager.
other related video. Hot streamer girl accidentally gets high on whipped cream. We should talk about that next.
So wait. So she was stretching, doing her thing with her phone, like
Yeah.
recording the whole thing.
Recording herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Was it-
pointing it
was she-
at a mirror.
Was she wearing it like on her chest, like with a thing, like a harness thing, holding it at all times?
No,
How was
I
she
think,
recording herself?
I
Was
think
she
it was like a
was she-
stand or something that she put it on, but I could be wrong.
I was gonna say, was she literally just holding it up to the
No.
mirror, like
No.
and like doing her
No, she-
stretches?
She has it on a tripod.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
She brought a tripod to the gym and thought that was.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the problem,
She's got it on a tripod.
was that she was recording other people without their consent.
Yeah, there's more to the story too.
All right,
Um,
keep going. Keep
So
going.
she talks to the managers, and first of all, she didn't get kicked out. It's more like they asked her to move to another area, or like where she's pointing at a wall, which is fine.
That
'cause, you know,
seems
she's
like a
only recording
very
herself.
reasonable request to make.
Yeah, but
That's almost too reasonable. I would have just said get out.
Yeah, or
but
like,
she's still
or like
arguing
shut
with
it
them
down.
over, like she doesn't understand this concept until finally she moves, and then she finishes her thing, and then at the end of the stream, she claims racism, and like it's because she's white. That's why they're doing
What
this to her.
the fuck? Because she's white?
Yeah. So yeah, that's that's the whole story.
So here's my thing. What was her exercises even? Was she
was
just there?
stretching. She wasn't even doing anything.
Like that was it? Just stretching? She wasn't
Yeah.
doing.
She's
No,
one of
no.
those girls that
Well,
your friend works
she's doing stretching. always facing her tits to the camera.
out.
like,
Yeah.
Hold on.
that's-
What was Julian saying? What my friend Brad warned me about?
Yeah, those girls who just go to the gym just to seek attention, just stretching in the corner, hoping some dude walks up to her, and
Not even in the corner. She's one of the girls that goes to the weightlifting area and stretches in front of the mirror. And she has the pants that say juicy on her butt. It's like, could you get out of here, please?
See, she's not even wearing pants. She's wearing like really short shorts.
No, I'm saying hypothetically.
Yeah, no, I know.
At the gym.
I know.
We were
I'm
doing our
just
thing,
I'm just
and-
making sure I'm setting the scene for you with this girl. She's really going all out on that.
Oh, women are. Well, she's so dumb. She is so dumb.
But she's
I'm not
hey,
recording.
she's getting
This is a
paychecks for
live
this.
stream of you lying to us right now. Say it one more time.
That's hilarious. I wonder how they
So stupid.
I wonder how they knew. Like, what if they just like looked at the phone and could just like see what she was streaming to or something like that?
Yeah,
That's
like,
what,
they
that's what
saw
I like
that
to
she-
imagine.
That'd be so funny if she was like holding her phone and literally it just says like her name on Twitch and they're like, hold on, let me just look that.
I like to think that some guy in the gym is like, I think I recognize that person. Hold up.
Yeah, like, hey, that's what's her face from Twitch. Is she live streaming right now? And then he looks, he's like, oh, weird.
And then she hears him arguing with the manager, and he's like, "Oh, this is my time." Comes out of the woodwork.
This is a fantastic story.
This is
Yeah, it is.
this is a good. I'm glad you brought this up, Julian.
I'm
This
glad
is,
I
Thank you,
remembered
yeah.
this. Yeah.
That's such a good closer.
yeah.
Yeah, I was-
Though, real quick, I'm a little bit curious about hot streamer girl accidentally gets high on whipped cream. There's no description. All right. Well, apparently
Streamer girl gets high on what?
whipped cream.
Hold on. Let me see this. Oh, you have different links than I do.
All right, here I'll pop it in the chat.
Yeah, mine
For you.
says next on E-bombs. This mom did not raise no damn thought. Massive 14-foot alligator eats a smaller gator. Instagram beach hottie is busted using some extreme filters. Joe Rogan is an absolute beast. 20 people who lose weight and now look like someone else entirely. All right, cool. That's nice.
Hot-headed cashier exposes herself during argument. Apparently, she gets in an argument and she ends up flashing the person she's having an argument with for some reason.
That'll show him.
It's. I have to wonder about. That was an appropriate time to use that.
Definitely illegal fireworks consume LA's skyline.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, I think that's going to be the end of the show.
Shout out to Lerone for
shout out to Lerone.
I see the hot-headed cashier thing. That's hilarious. Shout out to Lerone, our boy.
Yeah.
What's the song that we're playing?
Yeah, I think we're gonna play it out with Julian's own homemade rendition of "For the Longest Time" by Billy Joel. So take it away, Julian.
I am not singing this.
For the longest time.
Say
Goodbye to me.
tonight.
In the stream.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
All right, we're done.